Alright, so in a previous video I showed you how to install Visual Studio Community Edition 2015, and in this video I'm just going to show you how to make a super simple application from scratch. So if you just go to Start, and I'm just going to start typing, Visual Studio 2015 should pop up. You can also browse out through your programs and find it. I think that's kind of the easiest way of doing it. So Start. Just start typing Visual Studio and it should pop up. So what I want to do is I want to create a new project. So File, New, File, New Project. And in here it'll give you some options for different types of applications. For this example, we just want to make a kind of a standard Windows Forms application. It's super simple. So under Templates, Visual Studio, C#, Windows. If that's not the default, your default might be, Visual C#, whatever. It just needs to be a C# Windows Forms application. So I'm just going to take defaults for pretty much everything. This is where the project will be stored. Yeah, so let's click OK. And then all of this will be made for you, so this should pop up now. So you have your form, and if I want to just run it or start the application, I'll hit Start. And we have our main form. So let's close out of that. Alright, so here's the form. Everything in WinForms, at least for the most part, I won't get too in depth talking about it, but if I just click on this form, go down to properties, you can see the properties of this form. So if I look at the, for example, the back color of it, I can change the back color. Let's change it to hot track, and you can see that the form itself, its background changed to hot track. So I'm just going to undo it by pressing Control and Z at the same time, and let's add something. So over here on our left we have our toolbox. What I want to add for this toolbox is just a simple text box. So I just drag the text box onto the form wherever I want it, and I can adjust the size. I can do a lot with this. Same thing with the text box. I can click on the text box, and then the properties of the text box are down here, so I can see the name of the text box here. Same types of information. So one of the properties of the text box is text. So I can either set it here, let's say hello world, and I get hello world showing up here. And then if I were to run this, I have hello world here. So let's close back out of that. I'm going to get rid of that. So now hello world is gone. Alright, so one of the properties of this text box is its name. So I'm going to copy this name, text box 1. So that's how the code will identify this text box, just by its name, text box 1. So one way to see the actual code behind is to press F7, and it will bring you to this. So this was already automatically created for me when I created this application. It was generated for me. So we can pretty much just ignore this for right now. We'll come back to it in a future tutorial, but for now I'm going to double click on this form right here, and when you double click on a lot of controls, it'll automatically generate some more code for you, and it will do a lot of stuff. I'm not going to get into that right now, but for now let's just double click on this form and it will bring you to this. So this was what we had before, and then it created this section of code here. What this is saying is that when this form loads, so when this application pretty much starts to run, it's going to run the code between these two curly braces. So let's just do something with that. So I earlier copied text box 1. I just pasted it there, And now this is another way to access those same properties. So by placing a period here, you can see this, at least a lot of the same stuff as when I were to click on here. Now here's text. So just as an example, text is there, and I can change the text here by doing the same thing. Hello world. These double quotes just are signifying that it's going to be some text, what's known as a string. So in C# you have to have a semicolon to close out a statement. So this is just kind of telling the computer, hey, this is what I want to happen, and then anything that comes after it is something new. So if I were to run this now, you can see the text is not hello world, but when I run this application, it's going to run this code, which is going to set the text to hello world. So let's run it, and we can see hello world. And just as one more example, let's change the textbox1 dot text or dot let's do back color this time, and let's just change the back color to something similar. So color dot. So this is just saying give me the list of colors that I can assign to back color, because back color is also of type color. You can maybe ignore that for now, but let's do the same thing. Let's just say it's blue. So I'm saying let's make the text box 1 back color blue. So I run it, and now I'm seeing hello world, and the back color for this text box is blue. Probably not the most realistic scenario, but just a good example. So I think that'll be it for today. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to write them in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that if you like this video, and then I'll keep coming out with some more. Thanks.